are being groomed.
So, are you a friend of the bride or a groom?
Hey, and welcome to Talk Word. This is where we get curious about English words, unpacking their stories and all their different meanings to help you speak with way more confidence. Today, we are tackling a word that is, well, surprisingly complex. Groom. Okay, let's dive right in.
So, when you hear the word groom, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Are you thinking of a happy wedding scene? Or maybe something to do with animals, like brushing a horse? Or does it make you think of something much more serious? Well, here's the thing. The answer is all three. And that is exactly what makes this word so fascinating to break down. All right, to get started, let's look at its most common job. Groom as a noun, a word that describes a person. And as you're about to see, there are two main roles this word covers. And believe me, they could not be more different.
Now, what's so interesting here is just how different these two are. On one hand, you have the bridegroom. We usually just say groom for short. He's the center of attention at a wedding, right? Big life event. Then on the complete other end of the spectrum, you've got a stable groom. That's a person whose job is the quiet, everyday work of caring for horses. Two people, same word, totally different worlds.
But groom isn't just about who a person is, it's also an action. It's something you do. As a verb, to groom is really all about preparation, about cleaning, and about getting something or someone ready for what's next.
And this action pops up in so many places. You can groom yourself by fixing your hair or making sure your clothes are neat. You can take your dog to get groomed. In the business world, a boss might groom a talented employee to eventually take over their position. And get this, even things can be groomed, like when a big machine smooths out the snow on a ski slope. See the pattern? In every single case, it's about preparation.
So, up to this point, all the meanings have been pretty straightforward, right? But like with so many words in English, context is king. And in the last few years, one particular context has given this word a new and much, much more serious meaning.
We have to talk about the modern negative meaning of grooming. And understanding this is absolutely critical for navigating conversations and the news in English today, because this one serves as a very, very serious warning.
So in this context, grooming is a deceptive and really harmful process. It's when an abuser deliberately builds trust and an emotional connection with someone, often a child or a vulnerable person, all to make it easier to manipulate, exploit, or abuse them down the line. It's such a dark twist on that idea of preparation, because instead of preparing for something good, it's preparing someone for harm.
So, as we've seen, this one small word can lead us down some very different roads. It really hammers home maybe the most important rule for any language learner. Context is absolutely everything.
And this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? From a wedding to a stable, from brushing your hair to training a future CEO, and then finally to that serious warning about manipulation, it is all the same word. The only thing that changes is the situation, and understanding that situation is what unlocks the real meaning.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? English is just full of these little puzzles, where one word can wear a bunch of different hats. It's definitely a challenge, but it's also what makes the language so incredibly rich and, well, alive. So, what other words have you stumbled upon that completely surprised you with how many things they can mean? If you had a good time unpacking groom with me and you want to keep exploring, then you're in luck. You can get instant, clear audio explanations for any word you want with the TalkWord app. Just search for TalkWord on your app store and you can keep the journey going. Thanks for hanging out with me today.